Welcome back to another handstand video. Today we are doing another handstand workout routine, program, whatever you want to call it. This one is great for beginners or intermediates that have worked out the foundations of handstands and are starting to try and balance on their hands for a couple seconds, or trying to get longer on their hands, or trying to improve their endurance up, so trying to get more than a couple seconds in their handstand hold. If you're new here, my name is Ellen Henry and I am a circus performer and handstand coach. And if you stick around to the end, I will explain how you can use this program to progress your handstands. So stay tuned and let's jump into the handstand workout. Let's go. Also, before we start, make sure that you warm up. I'm not going to include that in this video because it'll make it a little bit longer. Plus, I've got plenty of warm-up videos that I'll link up here for you if you'd like to go and do one of them and then come back, or you can do your own handstand warm-up. I'm already warm because I've done some training this morning, so I'm just going to jump straight into the first exercise. So we are going to do my lying activations. If you don't know what these are, I would recommend going and watching this video that explains how to do them. Or you can grab my free handstand guide, which has like photos and like the key points of your body cues that you should be doing. So I will leave the link down in the description box below, so you can click on that, you can get that guide and you can have it on your phone as like a little cheat sheet for remembering all of the body cues, because there's quite a few. And we are going to be doing 3 or 4 of these depending on how comfortable you are with your handstand shape, or if you're still working on that as well. So lying on the ground, relaxed, and then squeezing all those body cues. Holding for a couple seconds and then relaxing. And relax. Engaging those body cues. And relax. Last one. And relax. I hope that was focused on me during those drills. Weeps for editing me. Okay, next we're going to do another drill that helps you with these body cues in a handstand. So this one is focusing on your shoulders and your scaps, what you're doing with them, which is trying to disengage the traps. We don't want to have them engaged, because we want to try and set our shoulders in the most ideal position. And then we want to think about scooping those lats in towards us, so externally rotating, and then we want to think about externally rotating those shoulders in as well. So for this one, going to go on your elbows, and you're going to come up into a half sort of like downward dog position. So you're going to set your shoulders in that position, so disengaging the traps, pushing up tall through your shoulders though still, so not letting them sag down, pushing up strong, disengaging the traps, and then externally rotating the shoulders. We then want to think about, and this is when it gets tricky, which is why it's fine if you come down a bit, to then try and externally rotate and try and move those arms out to the side. You'll see I don't get very far with these. They are hard if you're doing them properly. We're going to do 2 sets of 4 of them. All right. they hurt and feel weird. Alright, next we're going to go into our froggy hold. We're going to try and do 2 sets of 45, I almost said minutes, 45 seconds. So grab your timer, set it in front of you, and go. If you can't get 45 seconds, really try and hit your max balance time, or if you come down, just go back straight up again until you get as close to 45 seconds as you can. So it's alright if you can only do 30 seconds. Really working on those micro balances. And that's 45. Give those wrists a little shake out. Alright, and let's go again. Just hang out here. Really make sure that your hands are in the right position as well, and you're not peeking, and most of your weight is spread out in your hand. Alright, I only got to about 40 seconds that time. My wrists are a little bit sore from this morning, so I'm going to give them a little stretch out in between our exercises. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, for this workout you are also going to need a good amount of wall space, and then also a box, preferably around like knee to hip height. Okay, so next we are doing the box assisted pike holds with extensions. So some of you may know this exercise if you've been following me for a while. So you're going to need a box or a bench. This one is a little bit low. I would like it if you had something a bit higher, but that's what's out here and that's what I've got available to me. Make sure it's something sturdy so you don't like knock it over when you're doing this either. So we're going to be doing 2 sets of 4 extensions with little holds as well if you're working on or up to that stage. So extending the leg up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can try little push-offs to balance. And coming down. Let's adjust this. Give those wrists and arms a little shake out before we jump into the second set. So for this one, the reason why I want a box a little bit high is so that you can get your bum over on top of yourself. You can see that with this height one, my bum doesn't quite get there. So I kind of have to make sure I really get there. 1, 2. Whew. Give those wrists and shoulders a shake out. Hopefully you can see this next exercise that I'm doing against a wall. We're going to do flutter kicks. So the aim with this one is that we don't have too much weight on our feet against the wall. We really want to try and be working on getting that balance for a couple seconds. So the longer you take to flutter your legs, the more time you have to try and balance on your hands. So we're going to be doing 2 times 4 of these. You can also play with how far away you go. You don't want to be too close because then your flutters will be really small, which is like maybe a bit too close on that one, on that set. So I'll try and move myself a little bit further away on the next one. But you can do like up to like 6 of these depending on how close you are. Alright, let's jump up into our second set. Give those wrists and your arms a little stretch if you need it. Have a little rest in between the exercises. Okay, so the next one we're going to be doing is wall slideaways. Now, these are great if you are starting to want to work on that strength to be able to do your presses or your negative presses, because this will help build that strength that you have to do when you move your shoulders forward and then you have to bring them back underneath yourself. So wall slideaways are perfect for this because you are mimicking what your shoulders are doing. You're moving them forward and then back underneath themselves. So for this one, make sure that your hands are a little bit further away from the wall so you can do this drill. So we're going to do 2 sets of 3 of these. So pulling the shoulders forward, lifting the legs off the wall, pulling back onto the wall, shifting the shoulders forward, bringing the legs over the top. Woo. With these ones, you are going to feel like you have to push a lot of your weight through the base of your palm to bring yourself back off the wall. It's really important when you're doing these that you really try and remember those body cues to not compromise your shape too much. It's alright if it gets compromised a little bit, but we want to try and be able to come back into that nice handstand shape. Give your wrists a little wiggle and do set number 2. Nice one. Those ones are really hard. If you find them a bit too difficult, you are welcome to skip them if you are a bit more on the beginner side. Okay, we are now going to do some press negatives. So we're going to do our tucks. For these, you're going to just kick up into your normal handstand and you're going to try and slow your tuck down, bringing your feet back down onto the ground. It's okay if you struggle with these and they're kind of like coming down to the ground a little bit quicker. Really try and resist the ground with your hands and shift those shoulders just forward a little bit to help slow down the movement. So we're going to be doing 2 sets of 2 of these. So kicking up, bending down. I could probably go even slower than that. take a little break, and then we'll do the second set. Whew, nice. Alright, next we're going to do some wall walks, pretty self-explanatory. We want to be nice and strong through our body shape, and we're going to do 2 sets of 2 of these. Try not to let your body wiggle from side to side too much. Have a little break, shake the wrists out. Knees, shoulders and arms are so sore. Have a drink of water if you need one. Please stay hydrated. And let's do set number 2. Alright, we're now going to come back to our negative presses. We're going to do straddle presses this time. If you did struggle with the tuck negatives, you can skip this exercise and just go to the next one if you are trying to work on your balance. So same thing as the last ones, really trying to slow that pathway coming down. And we're doing 2 sets of 2 as well. Have a little break in between sets. Have a drink. Hydration. Nice one. We are almost at the end of this program. We have one more exercise to do, and you are very welcome to do as many of these as you want, or just a couple, depending on how much energy you have left in the tank. And that last exercise is literally free holds. So this was an actual workout for me as well, even as an advanced hand balancer. So I'm actually going to use this as my handstand workout for the day. I'm going to try and do one set of 1 minute, and then try and get as close to 45 seconds on the second one as I can. So do what you are working up to. Maybe you're trying to get 15 seconds, or maybe you're just trying to balance those first couple of seconds. Depending on where you're at, give them like 3 to 5 goes. You might need to give it more goes if you're trying to get up and do a successful, good attempt. Because if I was to come down after like 15 seconds, I might say, nah, that wasn't an attempt, it doesn't count. So I would like redo that attempt. So you can also use that theory if you are trying to get a bunch of attempts done of what you're trying to work up to. I hope that made sense. A minute. I normally do this at the start of my handstand workouts, so this will be interesting to see. Alright. Let's go. is hard. My forearms are dying. So are my shoulders. They're sore. Oh. If you're doing these real time with me, nice job. You're doing so good. I know it can be incredibly frustrating trying to get those first couple seconds of balance, or even trying to hold it for longer than those initial first couple of seconds, because it is purely just about getting on your hands and practicing. So what you are doing right now is perfection. It is so good. It will help you make progress. So keep going, keep doing your sets, keep trying to hit just a couple seconds of balance or 15 seconds, whatever you are working towards, keep going. All right, a little prep talk, also good for me because I'm not sure how I'm gonna go trying to get 45 seconds of balance now. I don't work on my endurance very much for my two arms, so this is really good for me to do as well. And it's really good for you to be doing too. Also, yoga mat, not good for this stuff. I only kind of use it for like the other stuff because it's a little bit nicer on the wrist, but balancing and other stuff, hard ground all the way. Okay, here we go. My lordy, that was hard work. Oh, nice job for getting to the end of that program. I want you to make sure that you have a little stretch now. Make sure you cool down well, especially those wrists. I'm not perfect. I am really bad at cooling down appropriately after every session, but I'm here, I'm keeping you accountable. I'm keeping me accountable by filming this. So we are going to kind of cool down. I'm going to stretch out our wrists. Going to do some stretches because it's important. We want to look after our bodies safely. Plane going overhead. I won't talk just yet. Alright, so I hope you are sticking around because the way that you can use this program or other programs that I have posted up on YouTube, this is a big thing. How much you train is how much you train and for how long. Those two key things are going to determine how fast you progress through your handstand training. So I am a big believer in shorter sessions more frequently, but I preface this with, if you are just starting out, you need to make sure that you build up towards that frequency, because it is incredibly easy to get injured if you jump into the full frequency straight away. If you are a more well-seasoned hand balancer, you might be like, oh, that's more achievable. Make sure you assess where you are at. So I would recommend working up to 3 or 4 times a week of these shorter handstand sessions. I'm sorry about the construction noise, there's not much I can do about it. With these shorter type of sessions or handstand workouts. That is the most ideal way to get faster progress. So that is the ideal amount of time that you want to be training your handstands per week. Of course, you can kind of be flexible with when you're going to do them if you have to work them around like other life things, you know, that's usually pretty easy. And 30 minutes max. I have a handstand training program that is 30 minutes, and doing that 4 times a week, I see more progress than when I do longer sessions. So, tried, proven method. I do it, I give it to people to do, and they see results much quicker than if they were doing longer sessions. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like, because it really shows me what videos you like and that you are watching. And of course, hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And with that, I will see you in the next video, which is a pretty exciting one. I will post it wherever it goes down here when I upload it as well. It is a bit of a circus vlog where I'm like showing you my act development creation for when I make a new act and then go and like perform it at a show. So I'll see you in that video. Bye.
Yes, where is your home? Phew, so I don't have to worry about you.